Welcome everyone to this really awesome course that I put together, Becoming a Heart-Centered Man. I know that you guys are about to embark on a hero's journey. Okay, and I know that because I have gone through all of the processes, all the practices, all of the things that you are about to practice daily, and all the lessons you're about to learn intellectually, emotionally, and physically through your body. All of these things I needed to learn, and I also needed to embody. So before we dive into what being a heart-centered man is, let's just take a deep breath in together. Centering ourselves and recognizing that this hero's journey, this journey from the brain down to the heart, although it's about 6 inches, it's the longest, hardest journey that a man can take because society has disconnected us from our minds, disconnected us from our hearts, disconnected us from our truths, right? Society literally cut us off at the head and says, sit down, shut up. You are not supposed to feel those things. You're supposed to regurgitate the information. And today, what I'm going to invite you guys into and what I'm going to offer you, okay, in this course is a reclamation of your body, a reclamation of your heart, a reclamation of your sexual innocence and your sexual power. And you guys, when you begin to take action, when you begin to do these things that I outline for you in the course, your life is going to transform in amazing, beautiful, profound ways that you can't even imagine in this moment right now, right? Because when we're stuck up in our heads, which is where most of us are, when we're stuck from the neck up, we can only see what we're going to lose when we go on an adventure like this. We can only see what we're going to lose and let go of when we reconnect with our truth and authenticity. What we're going to be losing is all the lies we've been telling ourselves, all the illusions that we've been creating our life around. And when we let go of those illusions now, what you're going to see is those old structures starting to fall away. The old friends that are keeping you stuck starting to fall away. The old habits and addictions like porn, masturbation, drugs, mindless, meaningless sex, all those things, food, those old addictions falling away. Because when you come into alignment with your heart, with your belly, with your body, when you begin to make this shift happen in your body, you're going to start stepping into the new version of you, the heart-centered version of you. And this is an active process. You are creating the new version of who you are right now just by taking this first step, just by showing up, just by being here right now, listening to the words. You are starting to shift vibration into this space, okay? In order to shift into this space, you're going to need to let go of what's over here. So take a deep breath in. And I just want to acknowledge you for stepping into this container, stepping into this course, the Heart-Centered Man, because my friend, the world needs you, okay? Most of us will do things for others, what we won't do for ourselves, right? A lot of people will stop taking antibiotics for a strep throat 7 days into it, even though they're supposed to take it for 2 weeks. And then they feel a little bit better. They're like, yeah, I'm good now. I'm okay. But then 2 weeks later, they get strep throat again and the antibiotics won't work anymore because they didn't follow the process all the way through. But if someone's dog or pet gets sick, they'll make sure that they take care of that animal and make sure they take care and do the entire regimen, do the entire program, right? Because they love that animal. We often project our love outwards, right? And we want to make other people love us. But in reality, we can't receive that love because deep down in our hearts and our bellies, there's shame, there's guilt, there's these things down in your belly, down in your chest and your throat that are coming up and are going to come up through this process of becoming the new version of yourself as you let all those other things go. Right? Because when you can show yourself love, when you can complete the program, complete the regimen for yourself, What's going to happen, what you're going to find is that the people in your life, your relationships, your friendships, existing and non-existing yet, they're going to start to treat you differently. They're going to start to treat you with more respect, treat you with more love, treat you with more compassion, because you're learning how to do that for yourself. And that's the most important thing that I'm going to be teaching you over the course of this program, is we are going to be teaching you how to love yourself, because you cannot accept love outside of you. You will actively push love away, and I know you've probably done it before. We get defensive, we shut down, we lash out, we attack those that are trying to show us love, because deep down, somewhere inside, we feel we're unworthy. So we're going to be pulling up all that bullshit, all those old stories, pulling up all the old, the weird addictions, all this stuff that's holding us back from being heart-centered, from connecting with this beautiful, amazing space inside of all of us that opens us up to more pleasure, more happiness, more joy, more connection. When you walk yourself through this course with me, with the other men that are doing this together, you're going to find that your life expands and blooms and blossoms like a flower. Okay? So taking another deep breath in. Just recognizing, just for a moment, what a heart-centered man is. A heart-centered man does not run away or disconnect from his emotions. All emotions are sacred. Okay? Your emotions are guideposts from your higher self, from your subconscious mind, from your primal inner wisdom. They are signposts from your body trying to tell you something. But the emotions are a different language than the rational brain. And because we've only trained our rational brain in school, in society, that's what we value, we've forgotten the language of emotions. I'm going to be teaching you the language of emotions, how to connect with your heart, how to connect with sadness, grief, pain, anger, frustration, resentment, all those things that are trapped in your body, trapped in your belly, coming up. They are going to be taken care of because we are taking care of you. You are taking care of yourself. That's what a heart-centered man is. A man who takes care of himself. He is in service to himself, and being in service to himself, he is automatically in service for others, because when you can show up in your heart, when you can show up centered, when you can show up connected and aligned, other people feel that, and that's your greatest gift as a heart-centered man, to give to anyone, whether you do sales, whether you work a 9 to 5, whether you're starting your own business. You, my friend, your greatest gift to give to the world, no matter what, is your presence. And the second thing a heart-centered man does, he takes the necessary actions to come into alignment with his deepest truth. Okay? Now, it's hard to find your truth when your whole life is based on a lie. And we've been lied to our entire lives. So that's the blueprint we have. We've been lying to ourselves. We've been taught how to lie to ourselves. When we have a feeling in school, when we have something come up in our bodies, they say, stop, no, that's wrong. Sit down, shut up, turn it off right now. Right? That's what they tell us. And what happens is, after years and years and years and years and years of practice, we now are the prison guards of our own cage. We trapped our body, we trapped the emotions, we trapped the tension in our muscles. And that is what keeps us from moving out. It's what keeps us from opening up our hearts. Okay? So you need to take the necessary actions now to open your heart center. And I'm going to be giving you powerful heart-centered, heart-opening practices, as well as really deep, powerful sexual practices to reclaim your sexual power. Right? We think sexual energy is dirty, nasty, manipulative, gross, all that stuff. It's only because we are using it based on lies. But when you're using it based on your centered truth, my friend, you are going to be a radiant magnet for everything that you desire in your life. And you're also going to be like a big, giant cup of water for everyone who is walking out there not feeling connected and loved. Your presence, your sexual energy flowing freely through your body because there's no tension in the belly and the chest when you can relax all of this down and allow the energy to flow through you. You create a bubble of energy around you that radiates outwards. And when it radiates outwards, people feel that. So I'm going to be teaching you that. And last but not least, a heart-centered man uses his body as a vessel and a vehicle for divine light and love. Okay? It takes some time to get there, because our cup, our body, our physical vessel that we have been given in this lifetime is full of tension. Shake it out. Shake the tension out with me right now. When we use our voice, when we use our body to vibrate, it starts to shake loose all of that shit that's stuck here, stuck in our belly, in our throat, in our fucking foreheads. And we can just shake that shit out and loose. What happens is those vibrations start to crack and break up all the old illusions. And those old illusions can move through us. Even now, you may be feeling some things. Those old illusions starting to fall away, wash away, break down, disassemble, crumble. Because anytime you feel pain, right? This is something that really powerfully shifted my reality in my life. When you feel pain in your heart, it's not that your heart is being broken, it's that your expectations are being broken and shattered and smashed. And when your expectations are broken, that's an amazing thing. When you feel pain in your heart, that's awesome, because life is showing you the ways that you are not really in alignment with true love, with true authenticity, with your truth, your beingness, who you are at your core. You have a cage of expectation around your heart. And when that hurts, that's not you. It's a thought form that you've created to get you to a certain place in your life, but now it no longer serves you. So when you feel those heartbreaking moments, which we've all had, I'm a man, I've been brokenhearted. My expectations of love based on Hollywood and parents have been broken. But when we can sit with those, we let our heart out of the cage. And we begin to use our body as a divine vessel for divine light and love. And when we can do that, that's going to heal the planet, because we're rooted down into the ground, rooted into our heart. And then our mind becomes a workforce. Our mind becomes an employee of the heart, as opposed to the master that whips you into shape and makes you do things that you hate doing, based on lies, based on programs from your past. So this, my friends, is what being a heart-centered man is about. Not running away from the emotions, running into the emotions, taking necessary actions to come into alignment with your deepest truth, and then using your body, this gift that you have been given, as a vessel, as a vehicle for divine light and love, so that those that are wandering out there who feel disconnected, alone, not worthy, not good enough, when they come into your presence, it feels like they are drinking from an infinite well of love and connection. That's what people need. They don't need you to fix their problems. They need you to be in your heart. So take a deep breath in. And I'll see you on the next video.